All right. Here we go. Got me a new package coming in from ADE. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, ADE, for helping the little channel out. We have ourselves the ADE Helios red dot. This is an enclosed RMR red dot with a very unique mounting system. Here's the specs for you to check out eventually. You can pause the video at this point to take a look at all these and then go from there. But as of right now, I'll read them off to you. We have auto sleep after 2 minutes. We have a 23x16 objective window. There's 2 MOA and a 50 MOA circle. There are 6 dot styles that you can choose from, 5 daylight and 1 night vision setting. We also have up to 9mm in recoil, LIR2032 battery type. So that is something that we're going to talk about here in a second. But this is a rechargeable. So battery life per charge is 3,000 to 10,000 hours. Mounts on any RMR footprints. So this is another thing that we're going to talk about here shortly. We also have waterproof, and yeah, so 1.7 ounces. That's not very much for a fully enclosed red dot. Let's get this sucker opened up. We'll go from there. You got yourself a manual. You got yourself a couple of tools that are useful for install. You got this and this. So this is for the battery. This is for mounting. Go get those put aside there. And then you also get this battery, which is rechargeable. Insane. So 12032 battery, plus minus. Okay. Put that aside. You get a ton of these screws. Something I want to point out is that if you look at these screws, they're actually posts that go into your slide. And of course, you get your ADE patterned microfiber, the moment everybody's been looking for. So as far as I can tell, I haven't seen any reviews on this yet. Hopefully I'll be one of the ones with the first overviews of it, but let's take a look. All right. I have been looking forward to this. Looking forward to it. This is a fully enclosed RMR. And if you look at anything remotely close to this, it is going to cost you roughly 180 doll hairs compared to this. Okay. We'll talk about price point in a minute, but for now we have our built-in irons, enclosed red dot, serrations everywhere. The design is just wow. So this is for brightness. This is for dot style. On this side, you have yourself right here. That's the charging section, and it's a wireless charger. You just plug that sucker in, and you go from there. All right. Let's get this bottom piece pulled off. Okay. It says negative, positive. Boom. Get this installed. Nice and tight. It should be waterproof, so make sure it's good and tight. Okay. And there she is. That's the brightest setting. Dimmer, dim, dim, dim. Night vision. Reticle change. Okay. Reticle brightness. All right. Put you guys on pause real quick just to show you a couple more features. The manual is in full color. Anything and everything you need. It tells you how to install. Not going to lie, this is not the first time I've opened this package. I had to take a look because I got a little confused on how it works out. You got your 6 styles of dots there, fully enclosed RMR on any RMR. I'm pretty sure the RMR-CC will not work quite as well as it has that little post on the front, or on the mounting holes. All right. I mean, look at the design language on this thing. Got some serrations here, serrations here. I mean, I could see that being a great place to pull the red dot or the slide back to go into battery. 2 35 and 50 MOA, so 2 MOA dot, 35 cross, and 50 circle. Oh man, I am so excited for this. Can't wait to get her mounted up. I'll show you guys how to do that here in a short second here. All right, now we're going to talk about install. So we're just going to take any of these screws. Of course, you're going to have to find the right one for your particular firearm. But you would mount this section, of course, with the Loctite onto the pistol itself. And then this piece right here, this top portion, you will be installing on a side post right here. So take this guy, get it loosened up. You can see it right there. Get it out, go right there. And once this is on your slide, it'll mount right in. You're going to screw this set screw back in, good and tight, and that portion will be in your slide. This portion locks it in. Man, this is insanity. I'm trying to get you a couple of good captures on what the dot looks like, because it does not look like that. Give me 1 second. All right, so that's the brightest setting right there. It is extremely bright. We're in a darker environment. Let me bring this down to about right there. Front button to change the reticle style. Look at that. Circle, crosshair, circle dot, crosshair dot, circle, and crosshair with the dot. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but that's pretty damn crisp. Let me bring the sight down. There you go. Look at that. Front changes the dot. Yep. Very excited for this. All right, I'm still debating what to put this fully enclosed dot on. I'm debating my competition pistol. I'm just a little worried about the weight versus my tuned 2011, but this thing is really nice, really crisp. The design language is just amazing. A rechargeable battery. No need to replace your batteries ever, built-in irons in case, and the way this mounts up, I shouldn't have any problems with a co-witness, but we'll take a look at that here in a minute. All right, I'll be right back. All right, for a reference point, let's do side-by-side comparison. This is the O-side C, which is huge, and this enclosed has a nice size window on a shorter profile. And that window is just pretty damn massive for this. All right, I think I'm gonna put it on my 2011. This is a Fusion Firearms with the upgraded comp. Got the O-side C on there right now. Great co-witness. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it on this guy right here. Stick around. All right, let's move on to install. Okay. I'm gonna pause you guys just for a second just to see if I can find the right screws for this. All right, for this plate, we're looking at the number 632 shorts, shallow cuts. Yep. A little bit of protrusion right there. There. Better mount it up. With 15 pounds. Okay. Been pretty good. Get this wiped off a little bit just to make sure nothing's in the way. All right, I'm gonna get the dot on and we'll go from there. All right, so you're gonna need an H2 if you're gonna be trying to torque this down to spec. All right, got my H2 driver on. Get this backed out. You want to make sure it clears that section right there. Already done. All right, so if this is correct, we should be able to just mount straight down. Well, would you look at that? It's pretty damn good. Here, might need to remove this back a little bit. Get it in. Okay, there she goes. Make sure she's flush. What's going on here? All right. Okay, alert. Oh, all right, tighten down more. Make sure. Oh, doesn't look like this plate's gonna work for this system. Okay, so I got to sit flush. It was a little off. Literally just beat her in, and now she's flush. Okay. All right, now that she's flush, we're going to remove set screws. Okay. Take some blue Loctite. Gotta make sure this ain't going nowhere. So I have some just sitting around on the edge here, so I'm just gonna put that on there, like so. Get that installed. Okay, looks good. Wipe the excess off. Take the other side off. Do the same thing because we have some excess on the edge of this, like so. Put it back on. Okay. It's wiped off. Make sure it's good and flush. Nope. Torque. Go. Good and flush. This side. Good and flush. Okay. All right. There she is. Installed. Good and proper. All right. We are installed. I mean, she looks gorgeous. Yeah, look at that. Oh, you do lose your co-witness, but not something that you can't overpower by just double checking everything, making sure everything's looking good. Man, that's a pretty dot. That's a pretty dot. All right. I'm gonna get this charged up, get it dried off, and then we'll go from there, get a couple of rounds fired off on it, and give you guys a full review. Thanks for sticking around for the overview. I mean, this is pretty dang nice. Another thing, right? Aluminum construction. All this for a market disruption price of 109 beans. Nearest competitor is the O-Sight XR, which I think is 220. I mean, we're talking about a freaking budget right there. If this holds up, I don't see how it's not going to be a market disruptor. Can't wait to get a couple of rounds downrange with this, see how it holds up. That post system is pretty cool. We'll take a look and I'll let you guys know. All right, till next time, go on to my link in the description. Use Kamikaze 10 to get 10% off your order. This will get you this particular optic down to 99 beans. That's not a special price. That's for my viewers. Get in there, support ADE. They're here in Oregon. Give them a shout out. Tell Tony I sent you guys. All right. Till next time, you'll see me at the range with this. We'll go from there. All right. Till next time.